Open world games are, let's just say, popular. The sense of exploration, the sense of adventure. But if you're someone who's gotten their hands on a PS5 or you've been looking for something new to play, what open world game should you be on the lookout for? Well, we've got you covered today on the channel. We're going to be checking out the best open world games currently available on the PlayStation 5. So make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss any future content. Let me know in the comments what your favorite open world game is right now. There's a lot to choose from, and let's kick things off with the obvious. GTA 5. Now, it's remained popular, insanely popular throughout the years for one reason. It's really good. The story features three protagonists who all have their own unique motivations for getting into the world of crime, and the dynamic between them, it hooks you. It really does reel you in. Do you remember the first time you started the campaign? Give me your best memory in the comments. The gameplay is arguably GTA's best. Features a gigantic open world recreation of Southern California, countless minigames, bonus activities, the storylines, plus GTA 5 gives you access to GTA Online, one of the biggest multiplayer games of all time. Grand Theft Auto 5 launched in 2013, a decade ago, but has since been ported to the 8th and 9th gen consoles, with numerous technical upgrades coming with each version. You may be getting sick and tired of GTA 5 by now, and that's the reason it's down at number 10. But it doesn't take away that it's a great game no matter who you ask, and when GTA 6 announcement rumored to be right around the corner, well, woo! I think you're about to see GTA 5 shoot right back up to the top of the sales charts in the near future. People are going to go out, relive the adventure before moving on to the next big Rockstar playground. And I really think we could do well with a GTA 5 movie. I do. Now, speaking of Rockstar playgrounds, at number 9, Red Dead Redemption 2. It's gotten somewhat mixed reviews over the years due to its rather slow-paced gameplay, but if you're looking for an immersive and intense cowboy simulator, here it is. And I don't understand the mixed reviews. Yes, it's slow-paced. It's set in the Wild West. What more? How much more authentic can it get? I don't get it. Anyway, released in 2018, later upgraded with the next-gen patch, Red Dead Redemption 2 has you playing as a group of outlaws trying to get from job to job while escaping the iron clutch of the law, and you're at the end of the American Wild West. They're having to adapt, or choose not to adapt. The graphics are beautiful. The soundtrack perfectly sets every single scene. Whether you're just riding around on your horse or simply taking in the scenery, RDR2 is one of the most immersive games ever made. And it does make me excited to see what Rockstar is cooking up for the next big outing. Again, the slow-paced gameplay may not be for everybody, but at least Rockstar tries new things, and when they do it, they are super authentic to that. Now, one of my favorite games of all time. And I'm going to get flack for this, but I don't care. At number 8, Assassin's Creed Odyssey. There have been mixed opinions on the RPG direction that the Assassin's Creed franchise took over the last 8 years or so, but for me, man, I loved Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Set in ancient Rome, you played as a Spartan mercenary in the middle of a conflict between Athens and Sparta. The gameplay is intense. It's clear that the team took some inspiration from other melee-based RPGs like The Witcher 3, and that's not a bad thing. AC Odyssey has a great story, so much to do, and a very engaging gameplay loop that will keep you going from start to finish before you make a new character and then hit the reset button to do it all over. If you're looking for a traditional stealth-based Assassin's Creed game, this ain't it. But if you're looking for an awesome open-world RPG set in ancient Rome with some of the best eye candy in the business, look no further. Speaking of eye candy, at number 7, Cyberpunk 2077. Now, before you dislike the video, let me say that this game's launch will never be forgotten or forgiven. But that doesn't mean the game hasn't gotten better. It launched in late 2020 to critical panning in a good old-fashioned class action lawsuit due to all the technical problems that developer CD Projekt Red did their best to hide leading up to release. But after countless patches and a next-gen port, Cyberpunk is actually in a really good place. You play as a mercenary created by the character as they dive into the criminal underworld of Night City, trying to complete jobs, make alliances, and get to the bottom of various conspiracies and take down various crime lords. The graphics are some of the best. The open world feels alive now, and the gameplay is really fun. It is a bit basic, but it's really fun. The narrative is also some of the best in the market thanks to the heavy lifting of CD Projekt Red, and while the launch was abysmal, the current version, yeah, it's pulling a No Man's Sky. It really is. It's worth a try if you haven't picked it up since launch. And once again, segue, speaking of games that launched like crap, we got to get it out of the way. At number 6, No Man's Sky. Originally launched back in 2016, was ripped apart by everybody for the countless examples of broken promises and straight up lies contained in its marketing. This galaxy-spanning survival game launched with every technical problem in the book and a laundry list of missing features, and I think a lot of us were expecting the developers to just pocket the money and run, go home, but guess what? They shocked everybody. They stuck around with their project. They released hundreds of patches to get it closer to the original promised vision. In 2023, it's a fantastic game. It's everything we were originally promised and more. You explore over 18 quintillion planets. I don't even know how many that is. As you catalog the native species, make alliances, and slowly but surely work your way through the main plot regarding a mysterious entity known as the Atlas. No Man's Sky also has a great multiplayer. You can explore the galaxy with your buddies, which I would recommend doing. It's one of the best gaming success stories of all time. You should definitely give it a try if you kind of gave up on it in the beginning. Now, this one's been getting a lot of extra love lately. At number 5 today, Ghost of Tsushima Director's Cut. It's one of the most beloved games of the PS4 generation. Got a hefty PS5 port in late 2021 that made almost every aspect even better, if you can believe that, because it was already really good. Now, Ghost is an open-world action game set during the first Mongol invasion of Japan. You play as a samurai attempting to defend their island. The game's open world is massive. There's very little to distract you from its natural beauty. Some people criticize its minimal HUD and dedication to immersion. I'll let you guys be the judge of that. The combat is unique, takes full advantage of the fact that you're playing as a boss samurai, and there's a lot of effort put in to make sure everything was authentic as possible. The director's cut includes new content and a long list of technical improvements over the original release, so I would recommend giving this version a try if you never played the game. But even if you put 100 hours into the PS4 version, Ghost of Tsushima is easily one of the best open world games currently available on the PS5. Fingers crossed, we get a sequel announcement or at least a PC port in the near future. At number 4, Death Stranding Director's Cut. Now, this is one of the weirdest games to come out in the late 2010s, but since it was made by Hideo Kojima, I'm not too shocked. Death Stranding is a single-player, open-world action game that blends elements of the 5 million different genres to create a utterly unique and incredibly immersive experience. It's genuinely unlike anything else on the market. It's weird. You play as a courier in a post-apocalyptic world trying to transport various items to various places while also interacting with various people who have various motivations. You get the various there? I know I'm being vague, but Death Stranding really is a game that you have to experience for yourself in order to understand why it's so special, and if it's your cup of tea. It may not be. It wasn't mine. A sequel was announced a while back, and there's even a film coming in the works, so it's never been a better time to go check out the original. At number 3, Spider-Man Remastered. Originally released in 2018, Insomniac Spider-Man is one of the most, if not most, beloved superhero games of all time, and for good reason. You played as an experienced Spider-Man a few years into his career as he's trying to help balance his human life and friendships while swinging around the city, beating up the laundry list of supervillains and enemy factions attempting to take over. The gameplay? It's basically Batman Arkham City, but in a much larger map with a faithful Spidey paint job, and the end result? It's perfect. The combat is fluid, the swinging is amazing, the graphics are incredible. I mean, there's so many secrets and collectibles for Spidey diehards to collect and revel in. The long-awaited sequel is finally coming later this year, so definitely check out the original game if you haven't already, and make sure you're getting the most out of the remastered version on the PS5 or the PC. Now we only have 2 left. This is hard. The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. The game originally launched in 2015, but late last year it got this massive next-gen re-release that did magic. It did incredible things to the visuals and the performance. This is often regarded as one of the best stories in gaming history. You play as a monster hunter trying to track down the mysterious force that kidnapped his adopted daughter, but along that way, you meet lots of engaging characters. You get sidetracked with countless side quests that feels just as detailed and well-written as the main story. The Witcher 3 also features some pretty top-notch gameplay that will feel familiar to anyone who's played a third-person action RPG recently, and the soundtrack, it's nothing short of perfection. It was an incredible achievement on its own, but the enhanced PS5 version, man, it's next level. Boasted improved textures, lighting, ray tracing support, significantly faster loading times to make sure the immersion isn't broken. So, if you've ever played Witcher 3, you need to do it on the PS5. And at number 1 today, I have to go, shocker, with Elden Ring. It's one of the best-selling games of 2022, still dominating the sales charts because of the praise it gets and the passionate community that keeps that interest going. Developed by From Software, Elden Ring is basically an open-world version of their acclaimed Dark Souls formula with a brand new world and a cast of characters to interact with. The combat, it's tough and punishing, of course, but it heavily rewards you for sticking with it, learning about your enemies and the main story. It's a great example of From Software's signature indirect storytelling that leaves things let's just say, open to interpretation. Elden Ring deserves the success it's enjoyed over the last year, and if you ask me, it's still the best open world game available on the PS5. Maybe future games like Spider-Man 2 will change that, but right now, that's my opinion. I'm sticking with it. Let me know one open world game on the PlayStation 5 that did not make this list, that should have made this list, and I'll see you guys soon.